Hi, everyone. This is Letitia Coates-Young with NSLA. We will be getting started soon. While we wait for a few other participants, please feel free to add where you're from or what organization you're from and what the weather is like where you are. It's pretty cold here in Baltimore, but we will be getting started really soon. And thank you guys for joining. Hi, Joy. Thank you for joining us. I see Kathleen is in Boston, Cheryl, Providence Community Library, Victoria from United Way of Santa Cruz County, Pia, David, Glenn. You said it's 25 in Nashville. Oh, that's really cold. Okay, so I think that we are going to get started. Again, thank you guys for joining us. Welcome to the 2020 NSLA Summer Learning Awards Kickoff Webinar. My name is Letitia Coates-Young. I am the Program and Systems Quality Assistant at the National Summer Learning Association. Thank you for taking time to connect with us today and to learn more about the award application process. So before we move on, we're going to go over a few webinar guidelines. If you like to use audio from your phone, please dial the number indicated on the webinar and enter the access code. Also, to keep things moving today, we're going to mute all participants in the webinar to reduce background noise, and we'll take all questions via the Q&A at the top of the screen. If you have a question at any time about the presentation, please type it in the Q&A box. We will have time at the end of the presentation to answer all of your questions. While we wait for a few more people, please feel free to continue to add information about where you're joining us from in your organization, and we will get started. Okay, so a webinar overview. We're going to just go over NSLA, the Summer Learning Awards, the Summer Learning Program Quality Assessment, how to apply for the 2020 awards, our previous 2019 winners, and any questions you guys may have. A quick outline for our webinar will let you know a little bit more about the National Summer Learning Association, explain what the Learning Summer Awards are and the quality standards that they're based on. We'll give some specifics about the 2020 application, and then we'll spend some time hearing from one of our wonderful 2019 winners. Finally, we'll open it up for Q&A. So let's move on to the actual webinar. The National Summer Learning Association is the only national nonprofit exclusively focused on closing the achievement gap by increasing access to high-quality summer learning opportunities. NSLA's goal is to increase nationwide the number of high-quality summer learning programs designed to close the achievement gap. To achieve this goal, NSLA recognizes and disseminates what works, offers expertise and support for programs and communities, and advocates for summer learning as a solution for equity and excellence in education. NSLA's work is driven by the belief that all children and youth deserve high-quality summer learning experiences that will help them succeed in college, career, and life. The Summer Learning Awards are a big piece of recognizing and disseminating what works in the summer learning. The goal of the Summer Learning Award is to recognize outstanding summer programs or models that demonstrate excellence in accelerating academic achievement and promoting healthy development for youth. The Summer Learning Awards have developed as a program with far-reaching implications for improving the quality and impact of the summer learning field as a whole. You can see how the awards help NSLA accomplish our strategic priorities as we use the awards to draw national attention to exemplary summer learning models while at the same time documenting and disseminating the best practices used in these programs. There are two types of awards that fall under the umbrella of the Summer Learning Awards. Defined by its rigorous application and selection process, New York Life Foundation Excellence in Summer Learning Award has recognized enrollment-based programs employing staff who work directly with the youth since 2005. Summer learning programs can be recognized with an Excellence Award if they are a traditional model that is site and enrollment-based. NSLA's Founders Award was introduced 5 years ago to better document outstanding summer learning practices and models in the field. Programs or summer learning models and systems can apply to this award if they operate as a drop-in site or plug-in program used by summer learning programs or are simply summer-focused. Also, eligible are wraparound programs that partner with traditional site or enrollment-based summer programs to provide learning or enrichment opportunities during the summer. We also welcome digital and online platforms. There are several program types, which include the traditional summer program or camp, which is enrollment-based and lasts multiple weeks. Drop-in programs, which is any program or offering that is site-based but does not officially enroll young people. Wraparound programs are programs that provide services for young people to fill the gap of multiple programs but does not specifically operate in partnership with one specific program. Digital platform or applications are digital badging or any program not based at any one specific site that summer programs may use or any child may log into to use independently. State or national models are the use of curriculum or model that many sites use across a network, state, or nationally, but that the applicant does not implement directly. Library or museum-based programs, summer learning systems, which are communities that have developed a system-level collaborative effort to coordinate summer learning opportunities for youth, and other, which are non-enrollment-based programs. There is no cost to apply for the award aside from your time. This is also not a grant. Through the generous support of the New York Life Foundation, we are able to attach a monetary award to the awards. You will be judged on the quality of your past summer work, not future plans. All summer programs are encouraged to apply. However, if your program excels in any of these areas of focus, NSLA would particularly like to lift your program up as a leading example nationally. This does not impact your eligibility, but we are specifically looking for high-quality programs in these categories. Even if you think your program sort of fits the award guidelines, you should definitely apply if you fall into one of these categories. The awards are given annually based on an application process that produces information on programs' purpose, culture, history, mission, partnerships, and qualities at the point of service. Be ready to provide real on-the-ground examples of programming from summer 2019. Round 1 applications are due December 4th. Once the applications are submitted, they are reviewed by NSLA staff, in addition to partners in the field, previous winners, and other education and youth development experts. Applications are measured against the Summer Learning Program Quality Assessment developed in partnership by NSLA and the Weichert Center for Youth Program Quality. Semifinalists will be selected to move on to round 2. During this round, semifinalists will complete the second part of the online application as well as a phone interview. The phone interviews will be conducted by a panel of NSLA staff and external experts in the spring. Finally, during round 3, NSLA staff will conduct site visits to a select group of finalists to observe program activities during the summer. Winners will be announced for Summer Learning Day in July. A bit more about how the Summer Learning Program Quality Assessment was developed and how it impacts the award process. NSLA and the Weichert Center came together to create a tool that would better connect summer processes to the school year and lean on Weichert's tool, the Youth Program Quality Assessment, and the robust indicators in NSLA's comprehensive assessment of summer programs to create the Summer Learning Program Quality Assessment, or SLPQA. Ultimately, our organizations did this for the same reason you serve young people in the summer. We want to improve the quality and youth experience in the summer programs across the country. What is the SLPQA? A measure designed to assess quality of summer programs and identify staff training needs. A set of items that measures youth access to key development experiences. A tool which produces scores that can be used for comparison and assessment of progress over time. Both a standard for instruction and the summer learning program offerings, and a measure of performance against that standard. The SLPQA is part of a 4-part annual quality improvement cycle that NSLA encourages and supports programs in implementing. We've developed the Summer Starts in September planning guide to help programs in the process of planning, delivering, and improving their summer learning programs. The guide is a comprehensive tool that organizations use to do their own evaluation in collaboration with staff, partners, and other stakeholders. After completing a self-assessment, a program is able to gain a clear view of what is required to deliver high-quality programming. Additionally, the planning guide provides an outline to help discover what strategies you should implement first. The planning guide provides case studies called Profiles in Excellence that describes a best practice and trends in the summer learning space. There are also dozens of templates, checklists, tools, and other resources to help successfully implement changes within a program. NSLA's experts in programs and systems qualities work with school districts, summer learning providers, and funders across the country to help shape smarter summers, brighter futures for young people. We offer in-depth guides and resources and can provide your next staff training, conduct a community landscape assessment, or an evaluation of your program's quality, including facilitated reflection on the successes and challenges of summer, capacity building and professional development, on-site observation and staff interviews, and targeted training and setting of quality improvement goals in preparation for the upcoming summer. I will now walk you through the Summer Learning Awards section of our website. You will click on the button on the left to complete the Summer Learning Award application. Applications are only accepted via online submission. Once you click on this button, it will take you to the reviewer application, which is where the application is. Clicking on the Apply Today button will take you to the new application portal, which is hosted by a reviewer. Here you will create an account and begin filling out your application. In the past, folks have had questions about their eligibility and which award they should apply for. When you start your application, you will be asked 2 sets of questions. The first is to determine if you are eligible to apply for either of the awards. The second will determine which of the two awards you will apply for. It will take the guess workout by assigning you to one of the awards. If you are on the fence about applying, I would definitely encourage you to at least take a look at the application, which can be previewed on our website. You'll be able to log in and out. You'll be able to log in and out of your application and go on to edit up until the deadline on December 4th. Even if you hit submit and receive a confirmation email, as long as you save it, you can come back and edit and make changes wherever you left off. We think using this application platform should be pretty intuitive, but if you run into technical issues, you can contact the folks at Reviewer at support@reviewer.com, and of course, I'm available to answer any questions about the application myself. You can also find profiles of some of our past winners on our website. And here you can learn more about the types of programs that have won our awards over the past 12 years. Now I would like to introduce one of our winners. I would like to introduce all of our winners for 2019 Excellence in Summer Learning Awards. For the Excellence in Summer Learning Awards, Andy Roddick Foundation, Merit Health Leadership Academy, and Columbus State ESL After School Communities. And for our Love Learning Award, Thompson Island. These programs bust the myth that summer learning is boring and punitive by offering some of the most engaging and individualized and hands-on learning opportunities available to young people today. Each program completed the rigorous application process you're all beginning now and has proven themselves as exemplary models of summer learning. I'm pleased to be joined today by one of our excellent award winners, Cenk Weinfeld. He is the Executive Director of Merit Health Leadership Academy. Jake became involved with Merit in 2012 as a volunteer Saturday teacher. Jake came to teach in Baltimore through Teach for America, teaching at his placement school for 3 years before joining the Merit team full-time. He received his Master's in Science of Education from Johns Hopkins University in 2014.
Thank you, Letitia. So I'm happy that the NSLA team asked me to share a little bit about what we do at Merit and our experience going through the award process. So first I'll share a bit about the program, which is overviewed in the slides, and then I can share more about our great experience of being an award winner, and then NSLA team. If there's anything else you'd like me to speak to, please ask. So our program, Merit Health Leadership Academy, exists to educate and empower students from underrepresented backgrounds to become health professionals and change agents. Next slide, please. So our program is a comprehensive academic and career mentorship program supporting Baltimore City high school students who aspire to careers in medicine and beyond. And our scholars take advanced academic classes, they work in hospitals, laboratories, and community health settings during paid summer internships, and they receive long-term college and career mentorship. And I'll talk a bit more in depth about the summer aspect of our program. But our program is longitudinal in nature. So it starts in 10th grade, students apply and are accepted, and then they come every Saturday throughout all of high school and have the opportunity to participate in 3 different summer learning experiences. So the first summer program is a clinical shadowing internship. So in this program, Merit scholars spend each morning shadowing a different doctor, nurse, or other type of clinical health practitioner. And through this, they really see all the different careers available to them in healthcare. So one day they may see a surgery, the next day they may see a baby being born, and the following day they may be in a drug addiction clinic. So they really get a sense of all the different types of careers in healthcare. So from 9 to 12 each morning, they're shadowing. And then in the afternoon, they come to a kind of learning environment at the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, which is one of our biggest partners, where we hire certified teachers and recruit a lot of volunteers to individualize the experience. And that's where they really debrief about their clinical shadowing and what they're learning. And then each night, because the program is very rigorous, they do about 4 to 5 hours of homework over the summer. They're essentially doing like year one med school content. And the purpose of this is not that the scholars actually retain all of this really rigorous content, but it's more about that they're exposed to the level of rigor that they're going to see on the pre-med pathway, and also to deepen their understanding of what they're seeing in the clinical setting. The next summer program that we offer scholars is, could you actually go back to the last slide? Sorry. The next summer program we offer is a research internship. So in this program, in the morning, the scholars are working in a laboratory. Unlike the clinical internship, it's a concentrated experience in one research laboratory where they're working on a long-term project. So you can see there a picture of Jeremiah with his laboratory mentor, Jawara, who's a PhD student. So these students are working for 5 to 6 weeks on an independent research project under the mentorship of a mentor. And then in the afternoon, they're in a class with a certified teacher and a lot of volunteers where they're learning a lot of different laboratory techniques, from pipetting to DNA manipulation methods such as gel electrophoresis, and they're actually getting certified in a lot of these techniques that most students don't see for the first time until college. And then the final internship is a community health or public health internship. So like all of our programs, it's kind of the morning is a work site experience and the afternoon is a course. So in the morning, they are working at a host site, which could be the Baltimore City Public Health Department, where one of our scholars was actually doing a marketing campaign to reduce stigma around opioid addiction and to get more people trained in naloxone, a drug that can prevent overdose. Others were working in community gardens, at domestic violence shelters, and much more. And then in the afternoon, they're learning a lot about the root causes of health inequity in our country, and they're developing an understanding of why differences exist in life expectancy along income lines, along racial lines, and developing an understanding that this isn't an accident, that it's a part of institutional racism, and understanding that to address that, we don't just need more doctors and researchers, but we also need people working in a lot of different roles in the community. Next slide, please. So for the last 7 years that we've operated this program, 100% of students have gotten into four-year universities. Our last class of seniors earned over $10.5 million in academic scholarships, which was over $400,000 per student in academic scholarships. This was our biggest percentage of students going to Ivy League schools this year, 4 out of 30. But we're also super proud of the many students who stayed local and went to great universities in Maryland and made other choices for their college career that they felt were a best fit for them. Next slide. And also a big part of our summer programming and our Saturday programming is SAT preparation. And we're really proud that our scholars have grown from starting below the college ready benchmark to well above it. And they grew last year an average of almost 250 points. So I can share a little bit about us applying for this award. So we had never applied for kind of a national award or anything like this before. We're very focused on the day-to-day of funding and sustaining our program here in Baltimore. So we've focused all our application efforts on kind of Baltimore philanthropy and grants. But really wanted to go for something that could help lift up what we were doing and allow us to make connections outside of our city. The process was very rigorous and intense. I think there was 3 stages of interviews, with the final one being kind of in person 4-hour site visits. But I also felt that it was very authentic and allowed the NSLA team to really get a sense of what we were doing and of our program model and of what our students were achieving. After being accepted, the NSLA team was great in working with us. They helped us leverage us winning the award to get a news story, which was the first time we'd ever been on the local news. They also helped us get some billboards put up about our award, and then we had a great experience at the national conference and made a lot of important connections, which we can leverage to help improve and grow our program. So for all those thinking about applying, I would definitely encourage you to do so, with the understanding that it is a rigorous and intense process, but if awarded, the team is really thoughtful in ensuring that the award is leveraged to add value to the work that all of us are doing to support young people.
We will now open up questions from the audience, but first we want to respond to some of the questions that were posted before Jake spoke. And then if you guys have any questions, and any additional questions for myself or Jake, we are happy to answer those. So the first question is, how would someone access the Summer Starts in September resource guide? So that can be purchased on our website, summerlearning.org, in our Knowledge Center. And then there are also some sample pages in there if you want to review it, or have your team review it before you guys decide if you want to purchase it. Okay, question. One, in the last 10 years, and you're trying to apply again. But if you were to apply and didn't win, it wouldn't harm you to apply again. And then again, just remember that the awards are based on the previous summer. So what you might have done in summer of 2019 may be different than what your program does in the summer of 2020. Question, how many the number of programs awarded has varied, but for 2020 there will be 3 awards. We don't just look at so those are not, that is not the only thing that we're looking at. And then of course, there will be several people looking at your applications. So I'm sure that we all will see something different. So I definitely think that you should apply. apply as a traditional program, but that's totally okay. It's open to several different types of programs. The grade level doesn't really matter. We do ask what grade levels just because it's something that we would like to know, but you do not have to include pre-K. There are several programs who only do elementary grade 8, elementary school age students, or high school or college prep, so it's really up to you. The answers to the questions, it will be posted. And also, if you want to email or contact us directly, you can, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Yes, and the slides will be up with the webinar as well. Let's answer. So if your program is for a specific age group or grade, that does not disqualify you. You should still apply, whether it's pre-K to 5th grade or pre-K to 12th grade, college prep, or specifically a summer program. You should definitely still apply. Yes, Claire, you should apply. You would just need to apply as a system, a summer learning system, opposed to a traditional program. Let's see. Yes, Stacy. So we've had a range in how many people or how many programs apply. Last year we had over 200 programs apply. So it just ranges, it depends, it varies every year. If it's for programs who have already had success. So it's for programs who have been operating for at least one summer. So because the awards for 2020, you would have needed to be operating in summer 2019. Yes, I think we have all of the questions. Does anyone else have a question for myself or Jake? Please feel free to email me at lcoates@summerlearning.org, or you can give me a call, and I'm happy to discuss it further or answer any questions that you guys may have. Again, the applications are due Friday, December 4th, and please feel free to follow us on our social media, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We have been consistently updating those, and we'll let you guys know if anything changes or if there are any updates to the awards process. So right now, this is all the content for the webinar, but I will hang around for a little while just to see if you guys have any more questions. Hi, Sue. Again, I have my email on the screen. So if you have any questions or you want to discuss it further, please feel free to email me or give me a call. Okay, so I saw one of the questions was, will we get a copy of the PowerPoint for reference? Yes, the webinar and the slides will be on our website shortly, and you guys can download it or see it on our website if you need to reference it. Yes, Stacy, if a program has applied and they are not chosen to move on to the next round or chosen as a semifinalist or a finalist, they will be notified. To access the Summer Starts in September guide, you can go to our website, summerlearning.org, and go to our Knowledge Center, and it can be found there. Are municipalities able to apply? Yes, they can apply as systems. Is there to applying now, and if not awarded, to applying again the following summer? No, there is no disadvantage. If you have not won in the last 10 years or you do not win in 2020, you can always still apply. Each year, well, this year for 2020, there will be 3 winners. On average, Stacy, you asked how many on average apply for the awards. It varies every year. Last year we had over 200 programs apply. I see you asked a question about the application. Question 7 asked us to include the number for the students receiving free reduced meals, but our program includes multiple areas of the city. Should we do an average of all the locations or do a range? I would suggest doing an average. Alexis, there is no requirement for pre-K. If you provide programs for 1st to 12th grades, you could still apply. You're still eligible to apply. Joy, your question is, should you still apply if your program deals with preventing summer learning loss rather than presenting advanced materials? Yes, you should still apply. Yes, so I think that is all of the questions. Again, my contact information is on the screen, as well as my contact number. Feel free to email me with any questions or contact me by phone. If you have any issues with the application while doing it on Reviewer, you can email support@reviewer.com and they will assist you with navigating through it. Thank you for joining us today. You've heard about the high quality indicators for summer learning program success, the excellent award process is based on, the SLPQA learned from an excellent award winning program, and the process and best practices. And you learned a little bit more about what we're looking for in the excellent summer learning award models and how to apply. I hope that this was informative, and I can't wait to read your application soon. Please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions, and enjoy the rest of your day.